The Democratic Alliance in KZN has approached the court over 27 million rand given to the PSL football club Royal AM by Msunduzi local municipality. Now, the party says such a deal should not happen. While the municipality struggles under administration, Dean McPherson is DA chairperson in KwaZulu-Natal. He joins us via video link to explain the litigation the party has brought against Msunduzi municipality. Very good afternoon to you. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika. You've now turned to the Pietermaritzburg High Court to overturn this deal. Let's talk a little bit about what's led you to this point.
Thanks, Simpo, and thanks for having me this afternoon. Increasingly, we as the Democratic Alliance in KwaZulu-Natal are having to resort to the courts to deal with issues like this because of the extreme nature that they have in municipalities like Msunduzi. The municipality is bankrupt. It's been under administration for 4 years. It cannot afford to pay ex-employees their pensions. There is virtually zero service delivery, and there's growing anger in the municipality for not being able to deliver these services. And yet the municipality has found fit to award a 27 million rand sponsorship to a soccer team that just before the sponsorship was awarded did not exist in Pietermaritzburg, but was rather based in Durban. And then all of a sudden found fit to relocate itself to Maritzburg just in time for the sponsorship to be awarded. And even though despite the fact that their registered address still remains in La Lucia in Durban. We believe that the entire process has not followed the Municipal Finance Management Act, that in fact the municipality has not budgeted for this item, which is also not within the ambit of the law. They have violated National Treasury's cost containment measures, as well as the municipality's own policy around cost containment. And so it is simply unacceptable that up till now, the provincial government and national government, who have a lot to say around DA-run municipalities, have remained entirely silent around this outrageous move in the ANC-led Msunduzi Council.
Yeah.
We have repeatedly told the council what they were doing was illegal, and now we have turned to the courts to find relief on behalf of the residents of that municipality.
On what grounds are you seeking this review as you turn to the courts?
Well, we are seeking the review based on Section 152 of the Constitution, which says that services must be provided to communities in an equitable, fair and transparent manner, that the preferential procurement framework policy of 2000 has not been followed. So even if you are to award a contract, you must do so in terms of that piece of legislation. That Section 15 of the MFMA, the Municipal Finance Management Act, was not followed in that you cannot incur expenditure outside of an approved budget, which is what they have gone and done, and that they have not followed the municipality's own supply chain processes in awarding sponsorship. Because I'm pretty sure that if you had opened up a opportunity for a 27 million rand sponsorship, there may have been other teams or other organizations that may have sought to bid for that, and that was done unilaterally by the municipality. We suspect that there are senior officials within the ANC, within the club, and within the municipality that have colluded to make this deal possible. And that is why we are also seeking a personal cost order against the municipal manager, because he has acted entirely outside of the law, despite being warned that he could not proceed with this deal and brought it to the municipality in any case.
Yeah. You speak about a bankrupt municipality, one that, of course, now continues to fail to provide its residents with the access to basic municipal services. And, of course, the National Treasury having recently concluded that the municipality's budget is not credible and not even sustainable. What has the city said in its defense? I mean, surely you made mention right at the beginning of some of the efforts that you put in place before reaching this point.
Well, of course, our councillors within the various committees, the executive committee and council, have made these points repeatedly. to them. We put it in a lawyer's letter to the club, to the municipality, directly to the municipal manager, and they completely ignored it. But we see that in every municipality that we seek to use common sense to deal with these issues, is a level of arrogance that exists within the ANC that believe that they are above the law. The same happens in eThekwini. We're involved in litigation there now as well, and we're about to embark on various other pieces of litigation across the province, because there's just a complete unwillingness to listen to the rational and legal arguments. But the bigger question is why has the provincial government, through the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, and the MEC remained entirely silent and done nothing about it? Because, quite frankly, ratepayers should not be expected to pay for litigation like this when it is so obviously wrong. But they won't intervene because the ANC is not going to hold the ANC accountable. And that's why we are determined to seek personal cost orders against those that approve this sort of outrageous expenditure, because the municipality and their ratepayers should not be forced to pay for these sorts of things when they are so blatantly wrong, and we have given advance notice and warning that which they were doing was illegal.
Yeah. So the city has 15 days now to state why its decision to sponsor the club should not be overturned. What are your expectations as that process plays out?
Well, to be honest, I don't think they thought that we would follow through with our threat, and so that's why they ignored us. And they clearly are scrambling for a legal answer to this. I have no doubt that they will find some lawyers that will tell them that they are right and we are wrong. And so no doubt that this is going to head to court and they will oppose it, and it will go on the opposed roll. We're going to seek an urgent court date to have this heard, because what we can't allow is that the next two tranches of this 27 million rand payment to take place to the club. And because, quite frankly, I don't know why someone as rich as the owners of Royal AM would want to seek money from bankrupt municipalities when they are self-confessed billionaires themselves. So I'm sure that they themselves are going to lawyer up and defend the indefensible. But we, as the custodians of those voters that have placed their trusts in us and expect us to take on this sort of expenditure, which just cannot be justified when communities have no services whatsoever, we will meet and fight for them.
How have you measured the scale of the bankruptcy of the municipality and, of course, what could potentially be a minus 27 million rand from the overall budget?
Well, I mean, the municipality often doesn't have funds to pay for salaries. We know it cannot pay for pensioners. And these are people that worked for the municipality and have been left destitute because the municipality don't have 30 million rand to pay their pensions. And the municipality have actively taken a decision to say that the elderly must be left homeless and without pensions, but they will give a billionaire soccer club money. Those are the choices that the municipality and the ANC have made. So the ability to not generate their own funds, to budget outside of an approved and credible budget, is devastating, to say the least. They cannot fill potholes. The electricity often remains off longer than it should after load shedding because the system just cannot come back on. The city and centre particularly is falling apart. If you go and look at my Twitter, I posted an ironic photo of a massive hole within the sidewalk in Pietermaritzburg and an ANC poster shoved down it, which was rather ironic. So the city is just falling apart because there is just no money to deal with any of these serious problems, but they can find 27 million rand for a fantasy football club.
Yeah, and very quickly, when are you expecting to take to court?
Well, obviously, they've got those 15 days to oppose our application. I have no doubt that they will. and then we're going to petition the Judge President for an urgent hearing because we think that this is of extreme public importance. And we are going to get that 27 million rand plus interest back because we don't believe that Royal AM have any right to that money because it was awarded illegally. So we're going to get it plus interest. And then we're going to hold the KZN provincial government and municipality to account around how they have allowed this to take place in the first place.
Very well. Thank you so much for that update. DA Chairperson in KwaZulu-Natal, Dean McPherson, speaking there about how the DA in KZN has approached the court over a 27 million rand given to PSL football club Royal AM by Msunduzi local municipality. Let's say